Back in the 80s, we loved the trick or treat. But we had to put all that candy into something. We couldn't fit it into our pockets. So we took Halloween treat bags. And today we're going to look at some of them they made back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and maybe even the 90s. There was two things you could do on Halloween night, trick or treat. Or you could do them both at the same time. Like I said in the opening, when you go out trick-or-treating, you got to put your candy somewhere. I knew a kid that brought his wagon with him. Oh, he had big dreams of getting a lot of candy. Who's going to fill up a wagon full of candy on Halloween? Most of us just, let's be honest, most of us just grabbed an old pillowcase and walked around with it. But sometimes local store, your local Winn-Dixie, your local Piggly Wiggly, maybe even your local KB Toys, they will give you little plastic bags. I guess they're plastic, right? Little plastic bags to take out. Some of them would even glow in the dark. That's always good right there. Hey, you don't want to get ran over while you're trick-or-treating. But today we're going to look at some old ones here. Some of them was fun, some of them was cool, some of them was stupid. But we'll decide while we take a look at them and have a lot of fun. And we're going to start right here with an actual bag. It looks like it's a cloth bag. What's it say? Trick or treat. It's got a pumpkin right there on it. It's got a goat. I don't know why I'm telling you what's on it. You can see it. But this is a kid that knows Halloween. He's got a cloth one. That means he's going to use it every year. He's like, this is my bag. He probably prepares this September. He's digging his bag out of the closet, getting ready, making a checklist of everything he needs. Okay, I got my flashlight, I got my glow stick, I got to get my costume. This kid with a bag like this is ready. He's not like last minute, let's go down to the Winn-Dixie and get one of those cheap bags. No, he is ready for Halloween. I bet my buddy Russ did that. Oh, Russ, that Russ loves Halloween. And I want to give a big shout out to two people watching this. We're recording this live for members only, and it's a last minute thing, but Subtle B and Shanster watching it for being members. You can become a member too and get exclusive content. I'm working on more each day. But let's move on here and look at this right here. Trick or treat bag. Looks like it's more from the 60s. It's got that handle. It looks like it's made out of wood. Not really wood, was it? I don't know. I still see it on bags today. It looks like wood. It always looks like wood to me. It's got a skeleton. What's with that skeleton's head? Ooh, he looks like he's been smoking that crack that we saw in that cartoon from Monday's video. There's a really skinny witch with a head turned backwards. Woo! Trick or treat. What's it say? Free from your something. I can't see. Free from something. Oh, let's see what else we got for trick or treat bags. How about this one? A bird and earth. I want to say this one looked familiar when I saw it. Either I had it or somebody I know had it. But I think this is 80s. I wouldn't have been a teenager walking around with a Bert and Ernie. I like that they are holding severed heads of each of their best friends in their hand. But maybe I just saw kids with it. Maybe I just missed seeing it at the store. Because trust me, I wasn't 13 walking around with this. I did have a Bert and Ernie or a Sesame Street umbrella, but not when I was a teen, when I was like real little. But there we go. This has got the plastic handle on the plastic. You know, got a little reinforced handle on it because you get a lot of candy and it gets really heavy. You ever had to go home, drop the candy off and start over with an empty bag? I've had to do that. I had a good neighborhood. Yeah, that was a good neighborhood. Today's trick or treat. I took my kids trick or treating and I saw a family on a golf cart. Get out and walk. Don't go with your kid. If you got a 6-year-old, okay, go with them. If your kid's 10, 12, 13, don't go trick or treating with them. And don't go trick or treating in the back of a car trunk. And here's another Bert one right here with trick or treat. And look at old Bert rocking out with his beak out. And look at him finna eat a cookie. Who gets a cookie? And then we have a trick or treat bag. This is like a free bag you get somewhere, but look how small it is. That thing will be full up in the first 20 minutes right there, especially if you go to a house that has the bucket that says take what you want. That thing's getting full right then. Hold it, stop the execution. Remember that? You can't do it on television. Anyway, I just want to let you know, JunkmanMerch.com is on sale right now, $16. $16, including 3 new shirts. Toys from the 70s, toys from the 80s, and even for the 90s kids, toys from the 90s. Check that out. But we got a lot of shirts over there, and they're all $16 for a limited time right now. JunkmanMerch.com. And we have Trick or Treat Halloween bag from Wrestler. I hope it's the Blue Jean Company. You know, I think Wrangler makes them, but they're like a cheaper version. Yeah, a cheaper version of Wranglers. rustlers. Look at him. Ooh, man, look at that cowboy right there. Oh, that's a pumpkin. I thought that was Chris LaDouge. And then we've got, just a generic bag right here, but some Kitty City or Playland. Look, a free, I hope it was free, I don't know why I bought this, Happy Halloween Trick or Treat. And it's got a dang kangaroo dressed up like a dog or something, I don't really know. And we have a Safe Halloween from Kentucky Fried Chicken. Man, if I went trick-or-treating and somebody put a fried chicken bone in my bag, that would have been a good day. It got some safety tips. Don't cross the road. Don't get your mom to cut your hair when she's mad at your dad. Good safety tips. And we have Trick or Treat. Look at, man, that should have been on one of the Junkman. That should have been on one of the Junkman Halloween shirts that I did exclusively this year. Next year, I got to remember this. Put this, y'all remind me, put that on there. But there it is, a Trick or Treat bag. Creepy Critters. Whatever Creepy Critters is, they got a Trick or Treat bag. Look at that one down at the bottom. Is that them Insane Clown Posse? Is that who they're supposed to be? It might be right there. I have to ask Russ. He's a juggalo. He's a closet juggalo. I remember that. But anyway, there's a Trick or Treat bag. And we have a Halloween. Look at this from Little Caesars. Pizza. Remember when Little Caesars would give you 2 pizzas for the price of one? And that price was like $9. And it was in a big old, remember it was in a big old box, like they didn't, what stacked on top, it was like a big, it had like wrapping paper on it. Good times. And we have a Toys R Us bag. Awesome. Trick or Treat. It's got the R backwards. Oh, it's one of the R's. Why didn't they do the other R's back? I don't know, but there they are. There's Jeffrey, and I got a little baby. I didn't know Jeffrey had a kid. And it looks like they're going to the psycho house. Crazy. And then we have, how about this right here? Now that's the smallest bag I ever seen. Trick or Treat. Like a popcorn bag, like you get when you usually buy popcorn at, well, I was going to say Kmart, but Kmart usually give you that big old long sack. And at Target or Roses. The Roses sell popcorn. Y'all probably don't even know what Roses is, so we'll move on here. And look at this, a Popeye Trick or Treat. My buddy Russ might have had this. He loves Popeye. I've known the dude for like 35 years. Didn't know he liked Popeye until we started doing live streams. But look at Olive World back there. She's running away. She's always about to get raped by somebody, isn't she? And then we've got, this has to be more 90s. McDonald's gave one out. Don't be kid and friendly. Be scary. And how about our Trick or Treat bag with this? The witch is like, damn it, put the candy in here. The candy goes here. Pointing where the candy. Look at those teeth. Lady, I don't think you need to be eating any candy. Ugh, look at the scared rabbit back there. That owl's on a little small branch. It's going to break. And we have a Trick or Treat from Dairy Queen with Dennis the Menace. Does Dennis the Menace still, does Dairy Queen still use Dennis the Menace? They still pay for that license? It's got to be cheap nowadays. Nobody remembers Dennis the Menace cartoon. But there it is. They all say Trick or Treat on it. How about that? And there's the Psycho House again. What gives? And we have a Trick or Treat bag. Like you can't tell it's a bag. They got to put the word bag on it. Really? And you got a dad dressed up like a pumpkin. This is from Bale's Hamburger Shop. Says give this little goblin a treat. Bale's Hamburger says give this little goblin a treat. What if you want to dress like a goblin? Bale, I don't know Bale's. Maybe some of you guys do out there. And then we've got America's most unusual service station. Holiday. Get yourself a gas. Get yourself a burger. No, you don't get yourself a burger. Get yourself some gas. Get yourself some hot dogs. And I guess you could get a burger at a gas station. I don't know about that. Get yourself some gas. Get yourself a refreshment. And a free Trick or Treat bag. It's got a skeleton. It's got a pumpkin. It's got one scared ass pussycat on it. Then we've got our Trick or Treat Casper. You know, Casper is such a huge thing. I don't know who the brown bear is, but Casper the friendly ghost. Doesn't look too friendly right there. One of them's just a head floating around. And we got our Trick or Treat bag. That's a pretty big, it's a pretty hefty big bag. Like you can put a lot of candy in it. That's good. Look at that one at the bottom. This is from the 60s, but look at the guy at the bottom. Doesn't he look like Butthead from the Beavis and Butthead saga? Oh man, that looks like Butthead. He's dressed up like Butthead before Butthead was a thing. And we got a Happy Halloween from McGruff the Crime Dog. Remember him? Oh, and from a savings and loan bank. Remember the crime dog? I wonder if everybody dressed up like for him for Halloween. Yeah, I hope not. And we've got a trick or treat. We got a pussy coming out of a pumpkin. A pussy cat, that is. And this Safeway. And a little more. Oh, and a little bit more. Courtesy of Safeway and KBOO 1170. Maybe that's a radio station, I guess. Maybe they play some Texas honky tonk. And then we've got, a witch sitting on an orange, I was going to say a balloon. What am I talking about? A broom. It looks like they're trying to go into the Alamo. How about a stop and shop? That damn Casper. Why has it got a circle around the witch? Like, this is where the witch is. You can't say it, you stupid kid. That is a scary house. And we got a trick-or-treat bag, sling bag. Somebody's really serious about their trick-or-treating here. This has to be a girl. It's like a purse. She's like, you want a Mars bar? I got one for you. And we have, the classic pumpkin. The classic pumpkin. This is what most of us had, right? Well, I use, like I said at the beginning, I usually use a pillowcase. We just grabbed a pillowcase. Look at this, a plastic pumpkin. I mean, it's still around the 90s, and still you see kids with them today. Oh, I'll never forget my friend Eric Van Mill. Man, his dad was newly divorced and thought it'd be fun to put a pumpkin out there with a candle in it. He didn't want to buy a real pumpkin and carve it and everything, so he put it on the front porch and put a candle on one of these, and it looked so beautiful and sweet when we went out trick-or-treating about 7 o'clock, but about 9 o'clock, it didn't look sweet anymore. It looked funny. It was all melted and bent down, sinking inside of itself. Oh, we had a good laugh about that for at least 6 months. Let's move on here to the Halloween trick-or-treat bag. 40 of them. Again, a small bag. Who wants these small bags? Where are you going trick-or-treating? Now, in a neighborhood with 3 houses? And how about trick-or-treat? That writing's too small. I can't read that right there. But there we go. Trick-or-treat, Ted. We got a crush. Remember the drink? Orange Crush? I guess they had other ones. Apple Crush, Grape Crush. Who knows? Might even have Lemonade Crush. Trick-or-treat bag. And it says it's free. Again, small writing. I'm not really sure what it's free. And we got a trick-or-treat. Gas is neat. What kind of slogan is that? I guess they give away at the gas station. Trick-or-treat. Trick-or-treat. Gas is neat. This is probably made by the gas company. Propaganda. And we have, now I said before, some of the kids were serious. This kid was serious. He got a damn briefcase to put his candy in. Who is he? Leon the Professional of Halloween? I mean, he's all decked out, got a little handle on it. He's like, I'm out, I'm getting candy. He probably leaves early too. He probably leaves like at 3 o'clock. And like, Mom, I'm headed out to get candy. What neighborhood you going in, Johnny? Every neighborhood. He heads out down the road as the sun sets. Doesn't come back till like 11 o'clock. He's jumping over time zones and everything. This kid was ready. It does remind, I had a kid that lived near the Alabama line. I didn't have a kid. A friend that lived near the Alabama line. And 8 o'clock, it'd be 7 o'clock, just a mile over. So he would go trick-or-treating, and his mom and dad would be like, it's too late to trick-or-treat now. Then they drive 2 minutes across the line. Whole hour change. He'd get a trick-or-treat again. I was so jealous. Luckily, I only heard from this kid about once a year, so I didn't have to be jealous much. But let's look at least one more. Remember this? It's not really a trick-or-treat bag, but I saw this and I thought, man, I forgot about this. This was a way to con kids into rake up the yard. Yeah, you want your little kid to rake? No, I ain't raking, put that in the garbage. We're going to make a pumpkin out of it. All right, Dad, give me that rake. Yep, kids fell for it. I remember seeing these a lot. They don't make these anymore. I forgot all about it. Stuff a pumpkin. Put a bunch of leaves in it. Whoa, what? You didn't think a video about Halloween treat bags could be so much dang fun, now did you? You didn't. Well, let me know in the comments below what you used to put your candy in when you went trick-or-treating.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.